Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And what happened was I tested audio before we went live, and then when we actually did go live, it just didn't happen. Which, like, what? Uh, now I'm envisioning an Atlanta Nights pantomime stream. Hi, everybody. Uh, so, uh, I did test it. So here's the thing, y'all. What I wanted to tell you was that my class goes to 4:15 is when it ends. Today was the last day of classes, live classes. We have oral presentations and final papers, but this is the last day of classes, and my class ends at 4:15. And I was talking to students till about 7:15, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's 7:15. I have to go." So I am here. I'm here. Yeah, they did. They kept me to about 7ish, and then I was like, oh no, I've got to get back. And I am here, and I'm so sorry that I'm late. But I had some students to talk to, but luckily everything's here. Look, I have things to tell you real quick before we get into the game. We're gonna get into the game, and then I'll tell you more things. Where are those TAs that were supposed to keep you on task? Yeah, my TAs did not show up for class today. So normally I have TAs and their job is to make sure I do not stay longer than like 15, 20 minutes after class. And also, there's often a class after my class, which will also get me out of the classroom. But that class did not happen. So that class that is normally after mine was not there. And my TAs did not show up for class. So then they didn't get me out of class either. And so then I was there till 7. But this is the last class. And I'm very excited for look, y'all, I have so much excitement for all the things we can do together this summer. I'm very excited. I kind of can't even handle it right now because look, I'm doing two guest RPGs, two special RPGs on Saturday, this coming Saturday and the Saturday after for a brand new game by Bully Pulpit Games, which is not even out yet. It's going to crowdfunding. And I get to sort of premiere this game for two Saturdays. I'm really excited about. Oh, I am not moving in July as far as I know. I hope not, because that would be the worst. I would not be a happy camper in any way if that were the case. Also, Krellin, I see you for your song. So, um, I also look, I just want to tell you about my dreams and goals. I'm going to tell you my dreams and goals. We will see what happens, but Kolos has got 6 more episodes. 6 more episodes. I think that's true. So Kolos is going to be done basically early June. And then I usually have like a break with no Kolos. So that the cast can go and do their thing, whatever they got going on. But then I usually do something during that break. And I'm really looking, and let's often Cthulhu Confidential. And I'm really looking forward to maybe doing some Cthulhu Confidential. Also, maybe doing a little bit more. There's also, I really want to do Night's Black Agent solo with Greg Grimjack. So I'm hoping I can do that in the break. But also over the summer, since it is the summer and I can do this, I would like to maybe run a couple of sort of short shots, one shots. Uh, there's an asterisk here, everybody. There's an oh Prime is weird, right? No, yeah. So there, I also want to do another episode of Spy Team 67, the one that I did for Gen Con, but I'd like this to be able to actually last more than one session. So like another little short shot of that. So I want to do some Night's Black Agent solo, some Cthulhu Confidential, some Spy Team 67. I want to do another arena, GURPS Arena with all of y'all. So there are things I want to do on my channel. Maybe even something else, but there are also things I want to do not on my channel. There are some GMing things that I will be doing. What can I tell you about? Um, y'all, I actually have news for you. I have news. So about the secret projects, one, the big one, right? The big secret project. I am not going to Gen Con. I should tell you about something else too. Um, I am not going to Gen Con. I feel like going in person is
Name game.
Epic. Just got here in time for the secret projects. Look, I've got things to tell you, including I have to tell you about these things. I have things to tell you. This is so exciting. I'm gonna sing the name game and spill things on myself because I'm way too excited. about the name game. So that's going to be a thing. I'm going to just spill things on myself as I get excited for the name game. Look, you are exciting me too much. I'm too excited about the fact that I've got name games happening. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F, on M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. Then I say the name again with the F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Skibbernack, 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 bo bebenack, banana, fana, fo febenack, fee, fi, mo mebenack. Skibbernack, the name game. Thank you, Skibbernack, and also Krellin for that resub. Another one, be right back. Be right. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both, then say the name. I like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, Ob, or Fred. Fred drop the F's, Fo, Red, or Mary. Mary drop the M's, Mo, Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Be right, be right, be right, but E right, banana, fana, fo, fee right, fee, fa, mo, me right. Be right, the name game. Hey y'all, look, I need to tell you something really quickly, just for a moment. I have missed you all. I know that I've seen you all, but I've also missed you all, and I just feel like it's been a long time. I know it hasn't been, but I've just been so busy, and swamped and underslept and underfed, and it's just been so much chaos that I just haven't felt like I had a lot of time to just hang out. You know what I mean? And and I know this can be a sort of a short stream tonight and all that, and that makes me sad, but I hope we can get a good 2 hours in. But I just want to say that I've missed you all, and I'm really glad that you're all here and that you all hang out with me, and that we can enjoy some time together because, by the way, I'm just going to pull the game up because I feel like what we have to do in the game right now is walk. So we just have to walk and get food. You know what I mean? We have to walk, get some fuel, get some food. I feel like we do that, and, I'm just thinking that we don't need a lot of talking. We don't need a lot of, brain power just to maneuver to get to what we need. Do you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. We just need to go and wander and get stuff, and while we're doing that, I think that I can tell you about all the things I need to tell you about. By the way, I also want to talk about evil races in D&D. There's a lot I want to talk to you about. I have missed you all, is what I want to tell you. So 90 minutes are... Yeah, so I feel like... I had some food, by the way. Apart from the underfed, I know exactly what you mean. Hi, Schmelzer. So right now, by the way, I've got some bits that just came in. And it's dark. And I want to talk about this. I want to sing our bit song. By the way, I have a quick question. Do you know if we left that fish, remember that, there was that, what do you call it? Remember we had that fish hut? Do you remember there was that fish hut, which I think is here? And I think we had a bunch of fish in there I don't think we took with us. I think maybe if we take the fish with us, if the fish is still there, we can just grab that fish and bring it in. Because what we need to do, our mission right now is to basically get wood and food. Food and wood. And if we can get food and wood, then we are, that's the last thing we have to do. We have to just gather supplies. We need a bunch more calories of food and some more fuel. That's our goal. So I think we're just going to head that way. But Can we just watch Kimchi's video about bioessentialism and to get knowledge about evil? Yeah, but I had another thought about it, right? We all know that bioessentialism is bad, but I had a couple other thoughts about it that I wanted to share, that I thought could be interesting. Yes, Krellin. Krellin, yes. Yes. Because I feel like there's more than just bioessentialism going on here. Get your butt back inside that building and drop... No, 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 Okay. Okay. Krellin just said that I've got to go back in there and drop a bunch of stuff because I don't need all this stuff. I don't need to carry all this stuff because I'm going to go out walking and... Okay, and I'm going to come back for it. And Krellin is correct. I am going to go back in there. I'm going to put stuff in drawers. Okay, I will do that. That's what I'm going to do. I will do it. I really like that you can see my little footprints, though. But I'm okay, I'm going to do it. I'll just go in there, and I'll drop stuff off in drawers so I don't forget where I put them. I feel like one of the reasons why I worry sometimes... yeah, I hope we can click the clanging things as well. Is that I always forget that I'm going to forget... I always worry that I'm going to forget where I put them. And then I will, you know, be... Okay, so this drawer... How's this one? Okay, so this one doesn't have a bunch of stuff in it. I think this other drawer is completely full. So let's just... this is not... None of this stuff is particularly heavy. But if you really want me to, like, drop some things, I will drop... all of them. We'll just transfer... I don't really know if we're saving a lot. You know what I mean? But, there. We just dropped some stuff off. Leave them by a pile on the door, maybe. I always worry. No, not everything, because I'm going to need to make fires, right? I'm going to need to make fires. So I'm going to need some stuff. But I will drop these antibiotics. Oops. What did I just do? I just dropped all of my first aid equipment in... I can't do that. We need to have... We have to have some... We have to have our bandages, right? Like, we have to have our bandages. Well, let's just take one of these emergency stims. This is some... Hey, I have a question. Do you think these energy drinks have calories in them? Because if they do, I bet... And what is this? These are painkillers? Let's take some of these painkillers. And then this is what? This is... We'll take our tea, you know? And then our water purification, so that'll be fine. Okay. Great. Donald Glover, good gift here. The game tries to get Trevor to drop things off. He spends the next 5 minutes taking all this stuff back. No, I just... DSP says, just want to say, Happy, if you don't remember where things are because you put them away, you could organize? But the thing is, I always forget... Oh, yeah, I had a question. And my question is, do you think... we'll find out. I was just wondering if these energy... So all this is stuff that I'm carrying, so I have to wear this. This is food and drink. I need a lot of the food and drink. But I will drop off the coffee, even though this coffee doesn't weigh a lot. Do you know what I'm just saying? Like, I feel like it doesn't weigh that much. Also need more water. If you need to make fire, stay inside until it's light outside. You're not... No, I think it's going to take a while. All right, so I don't think I need this arrowhead, so I'll leave it. But I need my, you know, that kind of stuff. We'll drop off one of our firearm cleaning kits. We will drop off... I'm worried about them. So let's drop off some of our flares. We won't drop off all of them, but we'll drop off 16, right? So I'll keep 10. I need the flashlight. I need the little... I need all of that. I probably don't need these many flares, so we'll just drop off. We'll keep 4. I need all of this. I probably don't need all of these sewing kits, so we'll just keep 3. We'll keep the arrows. We'll keep that. I'm going to keep all of my torches. And then these are our, what is this, tool stuff? I am, for you all, I'm going to leave all of my cloth. Wow. And all of my leather. Okay. There. I have dropped off almost 10k worth of stuff. Right? Wait. No, no. It's... No, I'm carrying... I just dropped off almost 10k worth of stuff. All the fresh guts and get pelts are already by the fire. Already leaving there. But the thing is, I think I'm going to be out for more than... I think I'm going to be out overnight. See, here's the thing, Corona. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be out overnight because I think it's actually a slightly longer trek than I think. And just in case... Also, I need fire material in case wolves come and attack me. Because if wolves come and attack me, I'm going to need to make a fire to keep them away so that I can try to shoot them. So... And look, now it's also daytime. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna use some of this stuff for what do you call it? It would be sure if you were over encumbered. Look, I'm so much, like, look how fast I am. See? And I'm also gonna drink fluids while I'm out here. And my goal is to just go make a beeline for that fishing hut and see if we actually did leave fish in there, and if we did, grab as much as possible, and then, you know, on the way back, try to get, you know, fuel. So, oh, by the way, I do have things I want to show you, but we're gonna get, like, and then, but, you know, so I wanted to say thank you to Be Right for those bits, and when somebody gives me bits, I sing the song We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers 1933, which means I sing it in Pig Latin. And I did not forget. And so... Irway and hey the anime. Irway and hey the anime. Iwe at gale at way of way at way at way use ute at gale and way. Irway and hey the anime. Either I skays are on say. Oh man, did he ashen pray, we are a udre, you stay on me hungry. Ewe ever eat ray adley ansley, ev way at bray ansley, day. And when we see the end, Lord will look like the guy right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you so much. I had a thought, by the way. It's for Krellin. It's a Krellin thought. It's not a Krellin thought, but it's a thought. Okay, so so here's what I was thinking. I want to check something, and it is how much my clothing weighs. I wanted to know how, cause like I've got a 35, basically a 40, right? No, I dropped like, okay, a bunch of stuff. So we're looking at 1 kg, that's 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 4, 5, 6, 6 and a half, 6, 6 and a half, 9 and a half, 9, 10 and a half, 10, 11, 11. So I've got basically like, oh, I'm wearing about 11 kilograms just in clothing. No, it's more than 8.6. I realize it says that I'm wearing 8.6, but that's not true. Right? It's not true that I'm wearing 8.6. My tools are what's really, really heavy. Because here's the thing. Check it out. If we do the math, here, you can see this, right? So that's a quarter. That's a half. That is right there. That's 1 and a quarter. 175. 275, 325, 375, 475, 515, 665, 690, 6 plus 3 is 9, 990, 1015, 1065, 1115, 1125, 1150. So it says that I'm wearing 8.6, but I'm counting up over 11 kilograms, 11 and a half. So they say it's 8.6 kg worn, but I don't know why they say that, because if you count all that up, that is over 11 kilograms. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that I am clearly, like, quite a bit of my stuff is in. Oh, you think that, oh, that 3 kilogram pack you don't think counts? I'm sure it counts against my encumbrance, but I bet it doesn't count as clothing. That's a good point, Krellin. That's a good point. Okay, so look, I've got things I need to tell you. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things. Also, we want to head eventually this way. Okay, all the things I wanted to tell you. There's so many things I need to tell you. You know what? I just had a thought. There's some fuel right here. What if we chop this up and then just bring it right back before we head over to that food place? Because maybe we can just do that. Okay. I'm gonna have to eat pretty soon, but that'll be okay. Tell them Colas things while you're gone. Oh. Okay. Oh yes, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about how what I wanted to do was, ooh, look how thirsty I am. Let's just drink our diminishing water. So over this summer, right, I want to go and I want to. Oh, I'm a little cold too. I want to run some more games, but I was telling you that I actually also had some GMing to do on other channels, and I don't know which one of the ones I can tell you about. I think I can probably. The energy drinks just give me energy, but I'm actually not that tired. I'm just cold. Oh, speaking of energy drinks, I did actually want to test something. I wanted to test to see if these have calories. They do. Which means I can actually drop that one off on the little thing. Yeah, I wanted to. It doesn't count as telling us if we guess there's something happening that's rather midsummery. That's how that works, right? I cannot confirm or deny, but you know, the midsummer is coming, so that might be a thing. I cannot confirm or deny. But I think I might be able to say that I'm going to be running something over at Laugh Love Lindy's channel this summer. She asked me to run something specific, and I said yes. So I will be doing that. So maybe G over at Laugh Love Lindy's. And then, you know, I can't confirm or deny. Can't confirm or deny. I'll be hinting to you. I'll be hinting to you. While the gaming is there and here and there, there's a knock on our door. Man, I love how weirdly cheesy they sing that, and I feel like the singers did that on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're like, our voice actors do things. Let's think about it. Anyway, there's also what, like, the Heisenberg Party is a GMing situation on another channel, which is not Midsommar Mysteries, and that may be a thing. There's a little bit of organization that has to go there. And then, of course, there's the Secret Project, and I do have quasi-news on the Secret Project, which is not, like, full-on news on the Secret Project, but quasi-news. But the quasi-news is that I got a message asking me to send in my invoice. They said, hey, did we get your invoice? And I was like, no, you did not get my invoice, because I thought that you wanted, like, I didn't think you wanted me to, I thought you, like, I was waiting for, like, more feedback. Let's transfer some stuff. Let's transfer two. Do we have to transfer almost all of it? Let's pop out and see what that looks like. So I Okay, they're at 30 hours. We need another 18. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Um, we're also going to be eating some food. Oh, wait, you know what? Sorry. I was going to put this energy drink I have in here because I think it's going to go bad. And I figured uh, if it gives you some calories, might as well. Although it counts as food, I don't know if they're going to. Yeah, I can't put it in here because it's not going to count as food for calories from food or drink. Well, let me try. So 37315. Let's see what happens. 7315. 7. Okay, good. Dumped it in there and it counted. So I gave them something because I know that it's going to go bad. All right, good. Da-da-da-da. All right. I can't help thinking that if Trooper lived in a mobile home, it would be a teaser trailer. Nice. Ooh, I need to make a film. I need to make some opening credits. There's a game that plays her, and there's a game that plays her, and then his 3 roll death more 2. 3 roll 3 more dice 2. Yeah. All right, so we did a pretty good job at that. I think I should head now directly to the that fishing shack because I'm hoping that we can load up on some food. A hasty spider. So about the secret project, I got an email from them saying like, hey, give us an invoice. Have you sent it in yet? And I was like, no, I haven't sent it in because I thought, by the way, I'm moving a little bit more slowly because the wind is slowing me down. Because that's how this game works. And I said, oh no, because, I thought I was going to get feedback on the second draft. So I went and I just did a little bit of stuff on the second project, including making a little bit of a playlist. And I did that last night, and I added that into the second draft. And I was like, hey, here's my invoice, and I added some stuff there for you. Let me know if you need me to do anything, like if you need some more edits. They haven't told me they needed something, but I was wondering if you could cheese the wind spawn by facing the wrong direction on Ooh. Ooh. Valtiel. Nice point. Also, I feel bad for that, whoever was in that truck. Also, I wish I could chop up that thing, but I can't. Also, I want to climb all this stuff. So, they've got my second draft, they've got my invoice, and I would love to get this the wrong man for speedrunning strats, probably. But I really wish I could get. I mean, like I don't like. Maybe I don't need to. It definitely seems like it always starts. So you're walking into it. I agree, which seems unfair. Seems like it's always out to get me. Let's see. We want to hit this way. Okay, we're gonna hit this way, and then we need to head off towards that lake. So on the upside, it looks like they have. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna need more info from me. Like, I really can't say. But like, I'm happy to do more edits if they want them. But maybe they don't want any more edits. But what if they do? I don't know. I did pretty substantial edits from the first draft to the second draft, and so I would love to know if like, is it all good? Are you happy? Like, I don't know. Anyway, look, they have just asked me for an invoice, and so I put it in there, which means I don't know. Maybe I'm done. And I'm just waiting for everything to be announced. I don't know. But I gave them a playlist of music. Only like 13 songs though. I don't know if I can tell you. No, probably shouldn't tell you. But I feel like I can tell you what the songs are, right? Because if I just say what the songs are, that's not saying anything. Like, that's pretty vague, right? Right? That makes sense? Doesn't that make sense? Here, let's have food. Let's have some... Oh, let's have this MRE that has almost no calories in it, and now we're going to be in trouble. That's not good. So let's go and then also have our peanut butter, and then let's recognize that we have almost no food left. And That's great. Yeah, yeah, they asked me for the... Yeah, also, that looks like a wolf. Do you ever see something in the distance and think, that's a wolf? And then think, why is there a wolf here? And then you think, but maybe the wolf will be breakfast. Yeah, I'm going to go get fish, is what I'm doing. I'm on my way to get fish. I think I might be able to just avoid that wolf and go this way. So I think we can hit the, the lake just by going this way. Uh, getting paid for work is very good. So, I don't know. I just wish... whew. I'm going to note that I have no food on me. I have 0 food. Out of all of the food, I have 0 of it. Also back to Cooking Lark. Cooking Lark. Cooking Lark. So, I can tell you that I can tell you that I made a playlist on Spotify. And that playlist is a list of songs from the early 50s and late 40s, all recorded in Los Angeles. Like basically all sort of like black music from the late 40s, early 50s in Los Angeles is a playlist that I made. And look at that, there's some wood over there that we're probably going to have to go and murder. By murder, I mean chop up and bring back. But that is good to note. And I cannot tell you anything more about that, but I can tell you... Also, Critwitch, what are you going to eat? Also, I'm going to make chili tonight. Because after I'm not hosting Critical Role. I'm not hosting Critical Role. However, I am, because I've got to do a bunch more work. But I just wanted to say that I'm on episode 13 of Critical Role. So if anybody wants to know, I am catching up. I'm at 13, and I think we're on 21 right now, which means I've been doing a lot of writing and just general sort of like work, which means I've been able to put on Critical Role in the background. And, right, I'm all getting myself catching up, which means I imagine that very soon I'll be caught up and then I can host again. But, which I'm, very excited. And I thank Hawkeye so much for taking care during this moment where I've just been swamped. So I thank you so much. It means a lot. So all I'm saying is I put together a nice late 40s, early 50s Black Los Angeles music playlist for The Secret Project. I don't think I can say anymore, though. I don't think I'm allowed. But, that's something that I was doing. So that's exciting. So that invoice has gone off. Actually, I sent off a couple of invoices, so that's good. And here, it looks like we are here. I really do think we left a bunch of fish in there. Thank you, Hawkeye. Yay! Oh, hey, look. A bunch of berries. Let's take them. Yes, I do want to talk about evil races, but that's like an actual conversation, which I'll want to start off once I get done with my, logistics. Oh, yeah. So, I know what else I wanted to tell you. General things. I bought something that I cannot yet play, but I aim to learn how to play it, and then when I learn how to play it, I will play it for you, but I do not yet currently have the ability to play the instrument that I ordered, but I got it in the mail, and I wanted to share with you that I do have a brand new instrument. I know how to play a kazoo, Hrothgar. Kazoos are awesome. Although, you want to know what's actually really interesting about kazoo? Is that kazoos were not joke instruments. They were serious instruments in the teens and 20s, and they were usually made out of metal. Like, when you buy kazoos nowadays, they're like these sort of like cheap... let's just close this door, why don't we? They're sort of like cheap plastic things most of the time. I should take all those things with me. But they're actually, like back in the day, look at, this is a 15... It's like a 15.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yes, you can. It is okay. Don't stress out. You will be fine carrying all that fish. It's not the end of the world. We'll be okay. We're just going to have to carry a little bit of fish. That's it. And some of this is going to be a little bit heavy, but it'll be fine. Also, I want to carry these things. Yeah. So kazoos are like, let's just take these with us while we're here. There's an exciting fish in here that I would like to eat, but not the case. This is going to be a slow walk back, but we're going to walk back, and while we're walking back, we're going to talk about all the cool things. Also, I don't have enough water. Or food. You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to, because I do not want to walk around this smelly, I'm going to go back inside and I'm going to cook. We're going to cook. We don't have a lot to cook, but we're going to cook. Because if we can cook this stuff, although this potbelly stove only has one cooking spot, but I'm gonna need to eat. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna cook as much as we can. We're gonna cook drop the pellets, light the fire, cook the fish, and eat some before you head back. Well, the thing is, I'm not moving while I'm in here anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I'm carrying them or not. Although, fire. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Fire. Let's, add fuel. Let's add our cedar firewood, which will give us an hour. And then let me quickly put in, this one. Oh, no. Pick it up. Take it. Sorry, I want to cook with my cooking pot. I have a pot, because if you use the pot, it goes faster. Let's go with, this one. Yeah, that will take a lot less time. And then I can actually drop off my, what is it? Here. Drop. So let that sort of do that. Okay. And let me just take this and let's... Right now we're kind of rapidly and as outrageously as possible trying to cook fish so that we have some kinds of... The fish isn't done. Yeah, okay. I am going to have to start this fire again, which I kind of hate, but I don't have a lot of things to cook fires. This is kind of it.
Come on, little fire.
Yeah, we're kind of basically
Why didn't that work?
Yeah, why didn't it work? We don't have a lot of fuel left, actually. No, I'm not. I've got to go and actually get a lot. I've got a bunch of stuff I have to do, and I'm very sad about it. But I don't, Krellin, I was telling you that I'm on episode 13, so I'm really catching up very fast. Really quickly. And then
Perfect.
I have got one fuel thing left, and that is this coal. So we'll put this in here and take this. I also think we need a bit more water, so we're gonna, do that, and hopefully, oh, man, dang it. Well, on the plus side, everyone, we do have some water purification tablets that we brought with us, because we don't have a lot of, we're going to use these. This does, one tablet treats 1 liter. Well, let's use I know, right? Okay, so we've purified some water. And I think if we purify one more, right, then we'll have water and we can head out. We're carrying quite a lot, but that's because we've got a lot of... I wish I have no more fuel. This is my problem in life. So let me eat... I have this cooked fish. There we go. We're going to do our best. I know that it's not ideal and optimal, because as a human being, I need to eat food, but then apparently so do these people. Oh, we should save. There. All right. There's some mushrooms over there, but I'm not going to pick them up. We're just going to head out, and we're going to make our way home. Making our way. And, but I didn't pick up the 15 kg fish. I didn't do that. I, like... And we're only at 57 kg. Over 40. We're not currently getting our bonus. I wonder what that is. Hey, how we roll. How are you doing? How are you? We are carrying a bunch of fish, and we are carrying the fish back home. We are also very stinky, which is not great. But I might need those tools. What if at any moment, Krellin, I need to build a house or something? It could happen. Like at any moment. Hey, Corpse Roller. Corpse Roller, first time chatter, you should know I have a bit of a hoarding problem when it comes to this game, and everyone wants me to not carry like 18 bricks, but what if I need a brick? On the plus side, in my defense, I'm not carrying any stones, right? Yeah, I'm not carrying any stones. Oh, there was other things I wanted to share with you. I'm carrying a brick. Ow. Bit of a hoarder. So I bought a new musical instrument. I would love to collect charcoal, but I do not currently have any charcoal. If I find any charcoal, I pick it up and I take it. But I'm currently, actually at this moment in time, I have absolutely zero, what's the word? Fire making materials, because I gave it all to the town. Stupid town. Well, they need it, so it's fine. But, you know, I need more fire materials. Theremin. Ooh. So, no, what I got are the bones. So I just ordered 2 pairs of bones, actually, in 2 different woods. This one here, and then I also have one in this darker wood, because they have different tones and timbres. And so I've got some bones, and I am going to save this game, by the way, because I feel like that's important, right? I cannot play the bones at this point in time in my life. I've not practiced, so I've absolutely no practice in playing the bones. So please, you know, I have to work on it. I'm not a bones player, but right. And I've got to get the right technique so I can get like a. Right now, this bone here keeps popping out of my hand. I've got to actually get a really good... I've seen a couple of different ways in which you hold them. Some people recommend this one here, where you keep this one stable with that finger, and then put this in here, and that'll give you the... But see, I keep popping it out. But then I saw somebody who actually recommended doing it like so, and then putting this one in here. So you actually have 2 fingers in between the 2 bones. And I don't know. So anyway, I've got to figure out what my hold's going to be, how I want to hold them, what is going to be the best way for me to hold the bones. And I want to be able to get them in both hands. And get the gallop, the trot, the triplet, right? I've got to get the whole thing, and then I'll be able to play the bones. But I can't do it right now. Right? Yeah, that's how you would hold the spoons. Yeah, and this I know that some people hold the spoons a little bit differently, right? Because they would hold them they play them this way, right? that way. But like with the bones, you're usually doing it this kind of thing. Spoons playing is often seen on buskers, not common, but not on rare. Yeah, and like spoons, I think is a bit of an out, like a, because the bones are much earlier. They would do the bones in the 19th century. So yeah, it's like spoons. Um, don't mess your wrist up. No, this should be like skinny. It is like spoons. That's right. The power to destroy the world lays the witch finger. I cannot roll these bones just yet, but yeah, I want to get a really good. And it's so this is so. Again, I cannot play them yet, right? Please don't like. Just know I'm not there yet. I just got them in the mail. But then these are a darker wood. The correction is your own finger. So this is like a darker sound. Why can I play this one easier than the other one? That's weird. They're the same shape. Anyway, so I'm letting you know I got some bones. I'm gonna practice them so that I can play the bones because I feel like that'll be really awesome. So that's neat. I also got from eBay something super ridiculous that I do not know who will play with me and when this will happen, but I got a board game. It is not a new board game. It's from TSR, and it's from 1985. No, they don't have different lacquers, but they're different woods. This is a potok, and so like this is like a white ebony, and this is rosewood. So they're slightly different woods with like different densities to them, and I wonder if maybe the density might have a difference to it. But for some reason, right, I just thought it was kind of like interesting, right? Then, before I talk about Evil Races, I've got a board game from TSR from 1985 that I'm really excited about. Yeah, they might have slightly different weights is what I'm thinking, because they do have different densities to them. So I'm thinking like it might be a weight situation. So I got the All My Children board game from eBay from 1985. No, it's All My Children. All My Children. It says, based on the popular ABC daytime serial, a game of romance and intrigue. Be your favorite character and experience the struggles for love, power, and money. You get a game board, 2 decks of cards, action and goal cards, 2 dice, 12 playing pieces with stands, character profile cards, schemes, plots, and forbidden love. And it says, Pine Valley appears to be a quiet community, but beneath that thin veneer of respectability lie powerful passions and petty jealousies, wild emotions and dark machinations. For this is the home of Erica Kane and Palmer Cortlandt, and of Todd Martin and Phoebe Taylor Wallingford. This is the home of All My Children. All My Children is a game of romance and intrigue in which each player takes the part of one of the major stars of the show and attempts to fulfill goals to reach ultimate happiness. Ha! Ah, ha, ha. I wanted you to know that I got that. I thought you needed to know it. Right? The goal of the game is to get Susan Lucci the Emmy she deserves. That is correct. Hawkeye says, is that the game you can only win as Susan Lucci if the 20th time you play it? I have some rumor about Susan Lucci, by the way. So this is the All My Children game, right? All My Children by TSR from 1985. And I'm so excited by it. So, I'm excited about this. We're going to keep walking, even though I'm getting a little bit tired. So, not me, but my character, Oster. So, I'm very excited by, my Bones and the All My Children game, because I heard about it. I knew I had to find it on eBay, and I got it pretty cheap. Rissa says, Trooper, I was looking at an ad for Gloomier the other day, and noticed the family is Wellington Smythe. Yes. Gloom is such a good game. Gloom is a really good game. It's really good. Um, yes. Yes. Um, there was something I needed to tell you. What I... Susan Lucci, yes. I want to know what's wrong with the Emmys. Who let someone get nominated 20 times in a row without a win? Okay, so this is what I heard. Thank you for reminding me, Krellin. I can now tell you the gossip that I heard about Susan Lucci's 20 nominations and 0 wins. This is what I heard. I heard... So I knew somebody who was a costumer for All My Children. Right? So, like, I did not know the costumer for All My Children, but my friend knew the costumer for All My Children. And apparently, so I also kind of don't think that I should be chopping up wood right now. What with, I kind of don't think I should be chopping up wood. I feel like chopping up wood is probably going to just weigh me down a little bit too much, so I feel like I should just not chop up the wood. Just make it an extra trip, even though I'll be frustrated by it. I might skip a disc. So, chopping broccoli, although look at all this wood, it's just right here looking at me. And also, look at those park benches. That looks exciting. Have I been there? What's happening? Where are we? I don't think I've been where those park benches are, but I also think I don't need to walk that way. Yeah. It only seems fair, like most of your US audience, you talk about the Avengers, I haven't any idea what you're talking about. So All My Children is one of our daytime soaps, right? Like EastEnders or Brookside. Although EastEnders, Brookside, Coronation Street, those are all nighttime soaps, but we have daytime. So like for us in the U.S., I think most of the equivalent, these are our daytime soaps. So we have our big soap operas in the morning. That's when most of our soap operas used to be. Most of them have been canceled. But it's like the equivalent of your EastEnders or Coronation Street. We have nighttime soaps like Dynasty and Dallas, but those are much more expensive and once a week and are not happening anymore. But the daytime soaps happen every day, so it's like every day for an hour, Monday through Friday. And All My Children was one of these really, like there are a couple of really, really big ones. And like the Archers, I think is one of the shows that's been on the longest in the world. Like the Archers, I think started off in radio like in the 30s, right? So did Guiding Light, which has been canceled. But these are like soaps that have been on for a really long time. So anyway, Susan Lucci played Erica Kane, and she was, the nighttime soaps were also far less lived. It's what's funny? You could think of them as an 80s thing, but I also think we sort of have vaguely modern equivalents of the nighttime soap. Like, I think in some ways, like, Grey's Anatomy is basically a nighttime soap. It just doesn't call itself that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a bit of a stigma against the word soap opera, so I think these things like, I kind of feel Grey's Anatomy is a nighttime soap, right? It just doesn't call itself that. I think it is. Anyway, point. So the point I wanted to make was, so to explain it to be right, Susan Lucci joined the show like in the 70s maybe, or late 60s, early 70s. She auditioned for All My Children to be the good girl, but they looked at her and they're like, you're Italian and you have dark hair, so therefore you can't be the good girl, you have to be the evil girl, because we want our good girls to be blonde, basically. You're just too ethnic. So Susan Lucci was not the good girl, she was the bad girl, Erica Kane. That's fair. Basically all the hospital shows are just General Hospital. Absolutely. Like, don't you think? I think so. I just think they just don't call themselves that because they have bigger budgets. So she was like, joined when she was like 20 something, right? And then she was like the bad girl, and then but she stayed on the soap until the soap was canceled recently. And as like the show went on and she got older, she became like, by the time we're in the 80s, she's like the number one villain or number two villain. She's like one of the major characters in the soap opera, and she's like really important, like this huge figure. Everybody knows Erica Kane, and she was always nominated for the Emmy. She was nominated like 20 times for a daytime Emmy, and she never got it. She finally got it near the end. She played Erica Kane for the entire run of All My Children from 1970 to 2011. That's 41 years. Can you imagine? Right? Scabinex is like General Hospital, but the rest are specific hospitals. Yeah, so this is what I learned. This is what I learned from this friend of a friend. Apparently, Susan Lucci chose her own clips for her clip reel. So for like for TV like for films for the Oscars, they just send a screener of the film. But for TV shows, because it's an entire season, for the show itself, they'll like put in like one TV show, one episode of the season, and for the actors, the actual put together clips of their performance across the season they think best exemplify Emmy-worthy performances. And apparently, she insisted on putting together her own highlight reel. And my understanding is that she did not put together she put together a reel of what she thought were her best performances, but the kind of reel she put together was not the kind of reel that Emmy voters responded to. So for 20 years, she put together her reel, and for 20 years, they just did not give her the Emmy. And then when she finally got it, she actually conceded and was like, okay, I'll let somebody else, like their PR person or whatever, put together her highlight reel. And so somebody else put together her highlight reel, and she got the Emmy. That is what I have heard. Right? The rest were colonel hospitals, lieutenant hospitals, sergeant hospitals, corporal hospitals, absolutely. I think the closest I've seen to that is when the Warehouse 13 crew became trapped in a telenovela. Oh, nice. She didn't put together villain roles when she was playing a villain. I don't know. The thing is, I imagine there's some kind of idea that voters have on what constitutes good acting, and if she had a different idea of what constitutes good acting, then that might have been the problem. Which, how do I put this? I don't know. I will not say, this is what I will not say. I am not going to say that she put together a bad reel. For all I know, her reels were good, but whatever she did not resonate with Emmy voters. But you know how award show voters are. They can be kind of weird. So I don't know what the problem was there. I don't know if the problem was that she chose bad things, or if she chose things that were not the things that Emmy voters wanted to see. Do you know what I mean? I can't say. Yeah. West End is really good. A lot of superheroes can feel a bit much for screen acting. Well, the thing what's really interesting, Scabinak, is that you have to understand. So look, I'm going to tell you. I became...
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
I know it's going to get colder, but we're almost back. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're almost there. We'll be fine. And as a matter of fact, while we're out here, we should probably eat a little bit of that other cooked fish that we have, and it'll just drink a little bit more water. It'll lighten our load, and we have no more cooked anything, but I think we get more calories if we cook it. Is that true? Does that seem true to you all? I feel like we get more calories out of the fish if we cook it first. And if that is the case, then I think we should probably cook these fish when we get back. But I'm not going to have any fuel. I need to get some cooking. I need to get wood. Okay, so I was becoming kind of obsessed with soap operas in a particular circumstance. And the circumstance was, I was at my first job at William & Mary. And I was at home during the day, right? For a number of days. And I ended up catching Guiding Light, which was not a soap that I watched growing up. I watched Young and Restless. Yeah, I think there's a risk of food poisoning, yeah. So what we need to do is get wood. If we can find some wood, cooked food conveys more nutrition to a person, which the game should probably present by having them give more calories. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think also as the food spoils, it gives you fewer calories, right? As the food gets older, you get fewer calories, so that makes sense as well. I'm looking for big chunks of wood. I'm afraid we might have passed it. There's some wood over there, but I don't think that wood is going to give me good fuel. But while we're here, we might as well see what we can find. See if that's actually good fir or cedar. Oh yeah, so I caught an episode of Guiding Light, which is one of the oldest soap operas. And I was immediately struck by it looking pretty weird. It didn't look like a normal soap opera. It had it looked different, and I thought that was strange. And then I noticed they started... Your mom was Days of Our Lives? Yeah, Days of Our Lives, The Doctors, Another World. I was Young and the Restless, and mostly just Young and the Restless. A little bit of Bold and the Beautiful, but mostly Young and Restless. So this is going to be a branch. I don't need that. What I need is actual firewood. AMC was your mom's show? I was responsible for making sure the Days of Our Lives was taped. Oh, nice. Hey, how are you? Right now I'm trying to find wood because I've gotten quite a lot of... I have a bunch of fish I can give to the people of this community, but I need to cook it, and I don't think I can cook it back in the town hall without wood. So I need to find some wood. In the era when Q was the crazy inventor on Days... Oh, yeah. So, I was struck by how... Toy Boat, we were talking about soap operas. And you told me a story, I think it was you told me the story about how they don't get vacation days unless they... All My Children, unless they are in a coma. So, there was outside shots and Guiding Light was just really weird looking. It sounds like... so it sounds like AMC was the show for upper middle class white moms, which are underrepresented here. Maybe. That was... Oh, yeah. So many... So the coma thing was because... and this is what I believe Toy Boat Sailor told me from one of their friends. That most soaps would film an episode and a quarter a day. So they'd build up a little bit of buffer time so they could give the cast a vacation. So that, like, have, like, a couple... Because daytime soaps in the United States are year-round. So 5 days a week, every week, all year round. There's always a soap going on. And most of the soaps try to do an episode and a quarter every day, which is, by the way, is a lot to film. Just noting, that is a lot to film. That's like most nighttime shows will spend an entire week doing 1 hour, but they have to do it all like in one day. It's like, that's a lot. So most shows will do like an episode and a quarter, which means they can actually have like a week or two off. But All My Children just did 1 episode a day, which meant that they were always filming. I did choose, I don't remember, it's possible that something I heard, maybe, you told me back then, and you told me that in, because I think you knew somebody, right? You told me that they did just 1 episode, 1 episode a day, which meant that they never had any vacation time, which the only way to get vacation time then, especially if you were an important character, was to be in a coma, right? So that when characters went into comas or went missing, that was actually just them getting vacation time. Because otherwise, there was no vacation. And if you were like somebody who's like Susan Lucci, who's in every single episode and does not have a small part, that means you're working really hard every single day, learning all these lines, and the only way to basically get time off is to be in a coma. Donald, there are only 2? Are they Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful? What are they? Because I feel like Young and the Restless is still happening, right? Yes? No? Come on. What are they? They canceled all those soaps. I was really disappointed in that. I think that's... I'm unhappy with that, actually. I don't think that's good. Oh, those... Yep, those 2? Yeah, okay, hey, there's some firewood up here, so we can grab these. That's... And that means they're both on NBC, I think. Both of those are NBC shows. Yeah, they canceled most of the soaps and replaced them with things like The Chew, The Talk, The View, like these kind of like little talk shows because they're cheaper. Right, I know! What happened... I actually am... I have to say, even though I was not a huge soap fan growing up, I am very sad because these were things that were on for like 60, 70 years. And when I caught an episode of Young and the Restless, in 2008, I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, there's the same actors are there. And like, soap operas are one of the few places where women who are in their 50s, where women can age and still keep their job, right? Because a lot of these women, they, if you're, you start off as a 20-year-old, a hot 20-year-old, and then you get older and then your show's canceled and you're done, right? So it was a place where women could keep working, so where older actresses got jobs. Are they CBS? Maybe. Oh, yeah. But also, these were shows where you had women writers early. Like, it's one of the few shows you would have women as writers pretty early, when a lot of the other shows did not. Like, you couldn't, like, you were not going to be able to be a woman, and be a writer in, like, late 1960s, that kind of a thing. We're going to be moving really slowly. Oh, I have a little bit of food I can eat. I can eat these.
Think of fire.
I know. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you in town. Um, I also was really impressed by something. This is like, look, this is part of my my weird theoretical obsession with soap operas that sort of hit as they started canceling them all. And I was like really thinking about them. I always loved how 3 months a kid could go from grade school to high school. Hottie, absolutely. It, it is cold. It is like what is it? It's a warmth bonus. We have like a big warmth bonus, but it is probably super cold. Yeah, it's like minus 25 degrees with a wind chill of minus 15. So we're like at minus 40, right? So we are almost there. We're going to make it. We'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, right? So in all my children, they just worked nonstop. The only way to get some time off is to, be in a coma. And here's the thing about the production schedule. So look, I was like looking, I find it really fascinating. So, and this was about the idea about the acting style of soap operas. Yeah. So soap operas are filmed one episode a day. Usually what happens is you get your script the night before, and then you've got to memorize your script, right? And then be ready for the show. You usually get like one rehearsal, and then they basically film it live. They only do second takes and all the way through like a play. And if they're like big problems. So unlike regular TV where they'll set up all these shots, one camera shows, right? Where they're like, do a scene, set, break, do a cut, like one cut, one bit, cut, reset everything up, move the camera, do the next bit, cut, and then they stitch it all together. Most soaps are done continuously as if it were a play. Because soap operas they're set actually on a proscenium stage, right? So you've got a stage, set three sides, three cameras, front and side to side, which is why in soaps you'll have those shots where people are talking to each other and then a person turns and you'll have the person behind them, right, looking, and they're like looking away, so they're both looking in the same direction because they're looking at that camera there. So what ends up happening is that very often the editing is done sort of live. They'll have both three cameras going, and you'll have the director sort of deciding which of the three cameras to go to, and it's basically done like a play. And and they're not happy with second takes because they don't have the time. They've got to do an entire hour episode in one day, which means they've got to get all the production for that episode, right, pre-production, and then costuming, makeup, all that stuff. They get to set super early, and they've got to do the rehearsals, and then they've got to film it live, and then all the editors and folks have got to do all the editing for it to have it ready. And then the actor goes home and gets their script for the very next day. And if you have a small part, that's fine. But if you have a big part, like you might have to memorize like 50, 60, 70 pages every single night of new dialogue. So what's really fascinating is that when and that's also why the lighting is the way it is. The lighting is, and I was looking at this because Guiding Light looked really weird, and I was like, what's going on? It turns out they were doing different lighting. So soap operas use basically theatrical lighting. It's a little bit darker. So they use theatrical lighting. They're on a stage. They're basically acting like a play. And a lot of the actors who are soap actors, the style of soap acting comes from the 19th century melodrama. And if you think about stage actors, stage acting is a little bit bigger than film acting. And so when people make fun of soap actors, what they don't realize is that soap actors are acting in a particular theatrical tradition, sort of a melodrama theatrical tradition that actually makes sense for the kind of production that we're seeing. We're just used to different kinds of productions, but if we understand that what we're seeing is basically a play, right, then all of that makes sense, right? Yeah, sounds more like a sports broadcast from the technical end. Yeah, actually, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Valtia says, it's lighting and frame rate that makes the soaps like different other TV. Yeah, it's yes, absolutely. And Crone says, the way everyone thinks soaps is low prestige, low class is so effed up because the entire crew cast works so They do. They work so hard. And when I was reading up on soap operas, trying to figure out why this one soap looked different, and I realized what kind of work schedule they have. Like how they don't have.
My fingers feel numb.
We're gonna get you in that building. We're almost there. Yeah, and that's what I meant earlier about Susan Lucci's imitape. Absolutely, yes. When you realize that Guiding Light and some of the others came from radio, yes. The kind of pronunciation style makes sense. Absolutely, a lot of them came from radio, right? So there's this whole And Unstable Use says that's what I thought too. Yeah, it is much more like a, it's like that. It's much more like a sports broadcast because you've got to be on top of it. You have your directors that are there, like directing like which cameras are going, and it's this sort of really intense thing. And they must have wildly excellent memories to Scabianac, and that is another story I wanted to tell you. So when Guiding Light was canceled, there was this lesbian couple that never got to kiss. It was like a brand new couple on the show, and they never got to kiss, and everybody was sort of like so sad that the show got canceled. So the actor who played the one half of the couple decided to make her own soap opera on the digital medium. Like, hey, we can let's just rent cameras and let's do it ourselves. She made this soap called Venice, and she wrote it herself. She's put it together. She's been on the soap she has so many soap friends, right? So she was putting the thing together, and she had so much brain dumping, right? So she said that she had a person cast to play like the rival love interest, like the bad gal, and that person was like had the script memorized, it was all ready to go, and then the very last moment, basically the day before filming, the person who was going to be the rival love interest had to drop out of the show because they got another gig. So I don't think this like let's make a show on our own is going to pay a lot. And so she was like, I need to get somebody who can play this rival, kind of this villain love interest, and be ready to play tomorrow. Like, there's like a couple hundred of pages. They've got to be able to have they have to be able to do this thing. And she said, the only person I could think of would be a soap actor. She said I couldn't get a regular TV actor or a film actor. They wouldn't be able to actually do what was needed to do. They wouldn't be able to memorize all that dialogue and be able to play the part appropriately and understand how to do it in less than 12 hours notice. She said, but a soap opera could do that. So she went and she called around. She found one of her soap opera colleagues. She's like, hey, soap opera buddy of mine, can you just come in last minute and do this tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, I've got costumes. I can do it. Don't worry about it. They brought in this woman who, by the way, is amazing. She was phenomenal. And she came in. She had like less than 12 hours to get ready for this shoot, and she blew it away. And when I was reading that interview with her, and when she said that she knew that only a soap opera actor could actually do that, I was because they have to do new dialogue every single day, right? And I was so impressed with that, and it really made me think about like soap actors and the kind of work they do, and how difficult it is to do what they do, and how maybe we should be a bit more respectful of the kind of work they do. Also, I don't think I took the pelts, did I? I must have left them in that hut. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer, because I kind of wanted those. I wanted those. That's okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and sleep until morning, and then wake up starving, and then take care of it. It'll be fine. But we're kind of... we need to sleep. This is what it is. We need to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, Scabianac's like, they have to work like sponges. Soak it in, wring it out. Absolutely. Call Susan. Yes. Film actor, I'll be paired in 2-3 months. Right, because that's the thing. Film actors have like... They have a, like, film is totally different. Even regular TV is... Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty brutal. So what we're going to do right now, by the way, is we're going to cook this fish, because then I think we cook it, we'll have better... we'll have more caloric intake, and then that'll just be better. We do have to eat some as well, but I feel like we'll do it. And this is also a stove, so we can actually get better, like, it'll be more fuel efficient, you know? So let's do that. Yeah, I can get it next time. By the way, Susan Lucci was not nominated 21 times in a row. She was nominated once, skipped a year, nominated 13 times, skipped a year, and then nominated 5, another 5 before winning. That's amazing. So, another thing about soap operas I've been really thinking about, this is something I think is really important, which is why I'm really sad that soap operas are not... This is why I'm really sad that soaps have all basically been canceled. And it is this, if you do not mind me saying. Let's take this moldy lakefish, And then let's put another fish on here. Let's put all the fishes. Just all... Look how efficient we're going to be. Do we have more cooking slots? Yes, we do, everybody. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Why is my life so good right now? Sorry, I just need you to know that my life is really good. I wish I could, just... My life is so good at this moment that I kind of can't handle it. So peppers work. They work. So they're working class, so they're low status. I think that's... Yes. Right? Krellin, I think what you just said right there is actually quite important. Because I think there is,
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah. I think there is something about them getting less prestige. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's something about that, actually. I do. And, yeah. Yes. And I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's absolutely, and I think that also that soap operas are associated with working class audiences. I think is another thing that, you know, is... Oh, did I... here we go, sorry. I picked it up too soon. Oh, man. Okay, this one. Take it. Got this one. Take it. Passed out already. Take it. Okay. Great. By the way, while we're here, I know that, like, I need to give this food over to these people, but I also am clearly starving, and I'm going to have to eat some of it. And I realize that this sort of undoes a lot of the work that I just did, but I am hungry. And I do have to eat or I'll die, so, you know. Yes. Oh, good. All right, so let me walk over here and let me... It's so bad. I have to... Like, I just have to... That's okay. We are going to give this food over to them. And let's see what that does for us. I also think we have some wood that I can give them as well. Wow. It looks like I've got to give them so much more food. We're almost good with the firewood, though. With the firewood, we're almost good. It's just that there's a lot more... It's a lot more... You know what I mean?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
We're not too bad. We're not too bad. Stove is out. How am I with my water, by the way? Oh, we have a lot of water that is not... that is unsafe to drink. Why don't we use some of our materials, right? Well, let's just use this. Right? It will, we'll just purify the water. It'll just, you know... take up a little less time. I think it'll be fine. And... I think there are a couple of other things we can do while we're here, which involve these pelts, because I think that we should be able to, I think we might be able to actually fix our, repair our Pope while we're here. Let us see if that is actually the case. I hope it is. Because I really want this to be... Can we repair? We need cured gut. When is our gut gonna be cured? Dang it. Can I try something? Sure. Try leaving the tools you don't immediately need behind and just see how much faster move. Okay. I will do that. Yes, I will try that out. I will do that. We'll have to think about what we need. And then I'll leave everything else. I have some ideas of what I can leave in the meantime. but I will do that. Let me see. Let's dump something though. Let's dump. Let's drop this cured wolf pelt because I cannot fix the. I can't fix the. I can't fix the coat right now anyway, so might as well. Let's see. Which is weird because literally the only people that can watch soaps don't work. Or they work night shifts, right? I mean, I suppose there's that. You know, they work night shifts. Yeah. Entertainment for the simple folk and flyover country. Dear Astrid means... Dead Astrid means... That's true. So let's see what we can do. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's save something. I don't know if I thought about soap operas, which have been really sort of like... I've been really thinking about this quite a lot. So here's what I was thinking about when it comes to soap operas. I'm going to sort of see... By the way, we need fire-making material because we need that... We need that for, like, the... So we need that. All right, so let's see in terms of this. This is all stuff for... What's the word? If we get mauled by bears, so I feel like we should probably keep that. And this also doesn't take up a lot of space, so I think we're okay with that. This is clothing which we're wearing, so we have to keep. And we really need to repair our rabbit hat, but I don't think we have any rabbit... I don't think any of the rabbit skins are cured yet, so that's a little bit irritating. But our hat is only at 55%, and that is disconcerting. We've got a lot of water, which is heavy, but we'll drink it, and that'll go down, so we'll be fine. So here we are at tools. This is not particular. So the tools are things that are most heavy, right? So we're going to keep the bedroll because we need to sleep. It's 9:10. Okay, thank you. I feel like we should keep the can opener because we might need it to eat. We need the pot for cooking. I can put away the distress pistol. If I decide not to clean the firearms kit, okay. I do need the fishing tackle for fishing because we might need to have... No, but the thing is, we took an overnight trip. Right? If we go out to that fishing post to get more food, we're probably going to sleep overnight there. So we're going to have to like fish for a while, especially since we actually have to fish. We're going to have to be there overnight. So I do actually think we do need that, but I don't need the flashlight, let's say. Oh, I can't get rid of the flashlight. I think I need the hacksaw for wood. I need the hatchet and the knife. I'm going to need the gun. I will put the jerry can down. Oh, I'm out of spots. Hold on. Okay. So, we were here, right? Because look, I'm going to be... I want to be prepared to sleep overnight there because I really feel like if we're going to go actual fishing, we're going to stay there for a couple of hours. It's going to take us a while. But let's drop the flashlight. Let's drop this jerry can. Let's only keep 2 flares. We'll need the crowbar and the... We don't need the toolkit. Let's drop the pistol for the moment and the revolver ammo. We have 3 sewing kits. Let's just keep... They're very light, but let's just keep 2. We'll keep the arrows and the snares and the lantern. Well, on the other hand, how about if we drop the lantern because we've got torches, right? No, we'll keep the torches. Hey, Manti. Oh, you're not interesting. Let's ban. Thank you. We're gonna drop the lantern instead. We'll keep the torches because the torches can be used for both fuel just in case. And how about... I don't tend to use the bow and arrow, so we'll just drop the bows and arrows. But everything else, let's keep all of that. So I'm down to 3693. Yeah, no, I'm ditching the bow. I'm ditching the bow, because I don't need the rifle and the bow. So I'll ditch the bow. I'll ditch the cleaning kit. I'll keep 4 flares only, which is only 1 kg. But if he leaves the bow, he's carrying... 2 more. Find 2 more kg to ditch. 2? If ever at a Twitch themed carnival, I would definitely have a Whack-A-Bot booth. Nice. Well, let me see. See, none of this weighs a lot, but how about if I ditch the rose hips? I don't think it's actually, it doesn't, we're not really ditching a lot, to be honest. This doesn't weigh that much. The old man beard lichen is, we'll leave that there too. Oh, flare shells. Yes, you're right. I will transfer those over. Yep, so that's transferred over. Thank you. If I don't have the flare gun, I don't need the flares. But I need the can opener. Also, I think we can't put more stuff in this particular drawer. I think... How many bandages do you use per mauling? If you drop 10 of them and keep 3, you'll be there. Alright, let's... I don't think I can actually... The drawer is full, though, so I can't put this in this drawer. How much space do we have in this drawer? Nothing in that drawer. How much in this one? I could put some bandages in here. Let's, put... as many bandages as we... Oh, nope, we can put 4. So that's 4. Because I need them... Here's the thing, I need them for sprains as well. Here's what I'll do. I will put as many in as I have room. I can only put 2 in. So we'll just leave it at... So we're at 35.54. And I don't get that many sprains. So I feel like we've filled up these drawers, and I will say we have no food, 0 food, absolutely no food at all. And we're gonna drink up the water. Oh, you know what I should probably do? I should probably just take I'm pretty sure I've got some water purification tablets that I should probably take, right? Because I might need them. Water purification tablets. Where did you go? Oh. Are you not here? Where did my water purification tablets go? I'm gonna... No, but I had extra. I only brought 1 with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I brought very few with me because I wanted to... Because I wasn't carrying everything, you know? But maybe I used them all. Thought I had more. Weird. Alright, I don't have any more food, but hopefully we'll just pick some up. Use them after you got back there. Alright. So let's see. We need to give them a whole bunch more calories and not that much more in terms of firewood, but calories, yes. Also, side note, I would really like to... I need cured rabbit pelt and cured gut, and those things are not. Yeah, we're going fishing. So, let's go. Wait, what's in here? What is this? Pry bar. Nice. But I'm not taking it with me, but I'm going to save. There's something that I don't have that I need. I mean, I'm technically fast, but I have no food. That's all. Okay, we're going to have to get food. So we need to head directly to that... you know what? I think we're going to do this in 2 spots again. Like, we're going to grab some of that firewood, bring it back. Right? Like, just, like, do a couple of, like, firewood bits right here. Bring it back, load them up a little bit, and then go back out again. So it's, like, I think it'll be, like, a... Like, we'll just chop this stuff up right here. When you don't take 2 hours to travel by, you need less food. Look how fast. The snow. I mean, it is. You know, we're gonna just chop up these. Just chop
Wonder
up
if I
this
can
cedar.
drop any of this gear.
You know, If I can watch this stream. I wonder. I have some wonders. I have some wonders. We're just. It's becoming nighttime, everybody. And we're gonna drink our water. If we get enough wood, we can make a sled. Yes. Oh, Rissa, where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? Also, I wish I had food. I'll get food over it. You know, here's my thought. Dump a bunch of, not all the wood, but a bunch of the wood in there. Head over to the fishing shack and sleep there tonight. Like fish. Oh, Ingleharding, nice. When you get back from gathering wood, time to sleep. I think what I want to do is, because we've only been streaming for like an hour and a half, that makes me sad. I'd like to at least get another 15 in. What I want to do is get to the fishing shack. If we can get to the fishing shack, I'll feel like we have made progress. You know what I mean? I'll feel good about that. I think. Because I feel like it's also not so dark that we can't make it there. Also, have a good time, Rissa. Enjoy the Englehearts. Let's do some firewood. And I also don't know how much... Because I don't want to give them everything. Do you know what I mean? So that 37... I might have to give them everything. Let's... Alright, let's transfer all. Really? Why do they need so much firewood? Hey, I had a thought. I have a question. You know how I put some of my jerry cans? Do you think the jerry can will count
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
for fuel? What do you think? Like if I... No, because that's under kerosene. I bet it won't count. Firewood or other fuel. I don't think that the... I don't know. Do you think it does? What do you think? What happens if I put this in here? No, I don't think it's going to count. Well, we'll see. 40... There's... We're actually almost full up, though. Yeah, I don't think it will count either, actually. But we only need, like, 3 more hours of firewood. So I think we're actually really good there. I'm going to do this and see what happens. And then just see what happens. Because I feel like it won't actually do anything. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't actually do anything. So I'm going to take my jerry can back. Where'd my jerry can go? This one.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And then I'll put it back in here. I promise. See? Doing good. And you get to go back here. Yeah, Jerry can't. Okay, okay. So, we are under our weight. We are, however, hungry, and we have no food. Although, I can... You know what I think I should do? I think I should actually just grab some food from this cupboard. Even though we're supposed to be, like... I know, it's, like, miserable. But, I actually feel like I need the food. So I'm gonna just eat the food. Because, you know... It's not filling me up, but... It's better than a sharp stick in the eye. I really cannot wait until all these things end up being cured, because once they're cured, I feel like my life will be a little bit better. And I do have some firewood. I do not. I have no firewood. This is not great, y'all. It's okay. We're gonna head to the fishing shack, and then we can think about leaving. Because I didn't tell you the thing about the soap operas that I wanted to tell you. And it's still not too dark out, so I feel like we can probably get there and it won't be too bad. Right? Okay, so here's the thing I want to tell you about soap operas I think is really fascinating. So, because soap operas, daytime soaps are daily, every day, they were not available on VHS or DVD, right? Those, like, you couldn't watch, and they never showed in reruns, right? So daytime soaps never had reruns, and you couldn't watch them that way. And they've been on for 50 years. So I was thinking about this, and it reminded me actually of Fahrenheit 451, the book. how do you know what has happened in a soap opera in the past? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, how do you know those things? Well, you have to ask someone who's watched it. Maybe your mom or your grandma or your grandpa. Like you ask somebody in your family who will say to you, oh yes, well, 30 years ago, this thing happened. 15 years ago, this thing happened. That person is so-and-so. And I am, my poor hacksaw, by the way, I'm very worried about my hacksaw. And, my hacksaw's, it is now dark. I would get more firewood, but, because there's some firewood right there that I would like to take, but it's going to get so dark. We're going to do it anyway. I'm a little bit worried about my hacksaw, though, by the way, just for the record. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine watching a daily TV show for 15 years, but people watch them for like 30 years. You know what I mean? Like they watch them for so long.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We will get there. And so I was thinking about the ways in which the soap opera lives in the memory of the people who watch it, right? So it is, who knows what's happening in the soap is like, it's this like, it's like a myth, right? It's like a myth that is carried down from one family member to the next, from generation to generation. I really think you played this wrong, at least this chapter. I'm just gathering the materials, though. Like, I feel like I've done, like, gathering? You don't think she's supposed to be camping to go out overnight? But it's getting dark. There's just so much to gather. Right? But I won't have to, like, I'm only going to be using the firewood to cook the fish so that, they'll have better, wait. Did you hear something? Did you hear a wolf? Say you didn't hear one. Just say there was no wolf. Let's just say there was no wolf. Great. So I was thinking about soap operas, right, as like collective memory and myth. And I think there's something really special about the ways in which to know the soap opera, right? If you want to know the history of it, what you do is you have to ask like an older generation. And I think there's something very cool about that. And that's why I think it's really sad that we've canceled all of them. We've just like canceled all these shows that have been around for 50 years. That like live in, like, I just think I think that's messed up. Even if I didn't watch all of them, you know what I mean? It makes me sad. Maybe it was my stomach. I don't know. But look how fast you are. If you went out with lighter loads all the time, it'd take so much less time to get places. Maybe. I mean, that's probably true. But I will tell you this, though, Carla. There are times when I went out undersupplied, and then I almost died because I didn't have food. Or I couldn't fix a thing. You know what I mean? But I'm keeping stuff there, so, like, you should be proud of me. Yeah, it's the oral tradition for modern medium. Totally wild, right? How cool is that? Like, there's something so neat and interesting about thinking about soap operas as part of the oral tradition, right? That is, and now they're canceling them all, and that makes me sad. But like, I put the stuff in there, right? Like and I feel like what we do is we get in there, we just have to like fish a little bit, right? I've literally never seen you not be over except that one time the game literally forced you to be. Perhaps. I think there was a time when I was over encumbered but undersupplied. And there was that terrible time when I forgot my sleeping roll, and then I almost died of exhaustion because I was like super far away from anywhere. That I was very sad about that. That was like a terrible time. Oh, hey, you know what? There's a huge fish in here that I can just eat. It also feels like they could be a great live stream or stream platform content. Like if TIs aren't paying the bills for them, they could maybe transition the medium. Oh, yeah, that would be really interesting, right? Hey, let's go in here. And let's close this door so nobody sneaks in on us. But also, while we're here, I think we actually need to use our pry bar so we can fish just a little bit because we actually do need some food. Yeah, not having this sleeping roll is rough. Over-encumbered under supplies is the exact opposite of recommending. It's true, but it's clearly about also have to, like, get the right, you know. So let's fish for 2 hours and see what we can get in 2 hours worth of fishing. And I hope we can get some fish, because... got one. This is good. Wow. 1 more hour of fishing. Okay. 1 more. I know we have to get so much food for these people, but like... Why am I well fed?
Oh, I could eat anything right now.
Yeah, I know. Here, but you should drink water. We should sleep, but I'm afraid that if we sleep, we'll die, because we won't have enough food. Do you know what I mean? Is this... Okay, look. This big bass is cooked.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
No, that's okay. We're going to eat some of this big bass. This big bass is going to be like our... It's like our eating thing. It's going to be the thing that we do to eat. It'll be fine. I have an idea. My idea is that this big bass is like our food in the woods, and we just eat bits of it when we need it. Yeah, I need a stopping point. By the way, that big bass, we ate like half of it. What the heck? I love big bass, and I cannot lie. So I'm gonna just we're gonna go to sleep. That's what we're gonna do right now. I think we're gonna just Oh, you know what? We have to pick up these things if we want to sleep because they're in the way. So now we can sleep. That's our... Boom. All you other survivors can't deny. And we'll just get a good 8 hours of sleep. And then then we can start leaving. I'm gonna stop. We'll wake up in the morning. You know what? Do you feel good about this? I do. I feel good about our lives right now. I feel like we have firewood. We are not cold. We're not particularly... I mean, we're carrying a lot, but we can carry a lot right now. We're actually not too encumbered. I feel like we should probably fish just a little bit more to have more fish with us, because otherwise, you know, we need food for the homestead. And we'll just eat our cooked fish. Oh, fishing line snapped. That's no good. I hope we can fix that. I think we have 2 fishing lines. We're probably gonna have to just... Oh, wait. Ice fishing hole cleared. That probably means I cannot get anything else from that fishing hole. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. That said, we'll just have some more of our big bass. We'll just eat that and drink fluids. And then we can... Look, I think we can get back. Oh. Oh, you're right. You're right, Krellin. You are correct. I believe you. Yes. Thank you. I thought it was like... I was worried about it. But if we can... Like, maybe fish a little bit... Nice. Thank you. If we fish a little bit, we'll make it home.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, that's our sign. We'll stop. Okay, so it's getting late, but we can still move. We've got some fish. We're at like 51K, but we can carry 40. I think we can still book back home pretty quickly, because like we're still moving pretty fast. I think we can get home, and then once we get home, we'll be like good. I feel like this is not bad. And we can also drink more water, although we're running out of water. But yeah, look at that. We're gonna be yeah. It's okay to hobble home over encumbered, trooper. You should endeavor to relieve. Yes. I think one of the other things that has been like in my brain is I didn't really feel like I had a safe space to drop stuff, you know? Or maybe I didn't, I was just being paranoid, but I didn't feel like I had a safe space. And we just need more food. When we head out, how much fish do we have, by the way? We have 4 fish. Some of them are actually pretty heavy, though, so that might be good, right? That might actually be pretty decent. I'd like more, but... So that's all. Those are my thoughts about soap operas. My thoughts about soap operas are I think that they are working class entertainment. The actors there work really, really hard. It's 5, but one of them doesn't count because it's the fish that I'm eating. It's cooked and I want to eat it. So it's really 4 fish that I might give over to them. But also that stove is so good. I can cook everything. Yeah, so it's just thinking about like the ways in which people really dismiss and disrespect soaps when they are like those people work real hard and they're in a they use an acting style that's pre-method acting. It's an older acting style, which I think is really interesting. Like I just think there's a lot of really interesting things about soap operas. Also, what's really interesting about soap operas, side note, by the way, and I think this is like the last thing I want to say about soap operas, maybe. Soap operas, daytime soaps, almost always deal with class conflict in interesting ways. Like, the bad guys are usually rich. Like, most daytime soaps have the setup of there being, like, the rich family who are, like, full of a lot of villains, and, like, the poor family, or, like, you know, the working class family, who are, like, salt of the earth, and there's, like, a lot of tension and conflict between those families in a lot of these soaps. And so these soaps also often deal really interestingly with, like, class conflict. So, I just feel like we should maybe respect soaps a bit more. Even if you don't like them, I think we should respect them. That's all. Can you imagine how ridiculous a soap opera actor doing meth acting would be? Oh, terrible. I feel like that'd last about a week before full-on revolt. It would. Oh, you know what's really interesting? Actually, speaking of soap actors doing method, there was an example of this that I don't know how people felt about it. And that was, what's his face? He was in all those Judd Apatow movies. He was in Freaks and Geeks. James Franco. James Franco was on a soap opera briefly because he wanted to, like, he was doing some project where I think he had to be a soap actor or something, and so he wanted to be on a soap so he could, because he's method, right? So he did like a guest spot on one of the soaps so he could like have a method idea of what soap acting was like. So that was weird.
Feels like night is coming.
He is a creep. I need somebody to... hold on. I need to un-automod that because true statement, he is a creep. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a creep, right? He is, and there was something... And I think that there was like I think nobody was really quite certain if he was actually making fun of them or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he actually was respecting the... Because here's the thing. Soap opera acting is an art form, right? Like, it's an art form that has technique, and you need certain skills to be able to do it well. It's not bad acting. It's just a specific style of acting. And, yeah, I don't know in the end how it worked, like, him being on that soap. He was only on there for, like, a week or two. I don't think he was on there very long. Also, I can't imagine that he'd want to do that work, because it's you think about this. Film actors do, like, 3 months of a film, and then they're done. And they don't have to worry about it for, like, you know, a while. Although, I will note, there are some film actors that have a harder time than others, and I would say the Marvel movie actors. Those Marvel movie actors have to stay in shape because they're, like, on these multi-film contracts. And I remember Chris Evans, I think it was like, yeah, I think I need to hang up my Captain America thing because I would like to eat bread at some point in time, right? And that's, like, a lot of work they have to do. With all those hours, how does one fit in completely inappropriate with coworkers? Right? Such a good question. Oh, man. James Franco. Also, let's know if there's some wood here, if we need it. Yeah, so I just feel like we should maybe respect soap opera actors a little bit more. And British soaps, the British soap that I watched was EastEnders, which was like super working class, and I really appreciated that. I appreciated that a lot about the soap. I like that. I also really liked that we're gonna keep eating a little bit more of our big bass, and keep drinking a little bit more of our water. Right? Just lessen our load as we're moving. Great. Did we run out of water? No, okay. And look, we're under 50, which means I could probably get more firewood. Nope. Moving. Never move backwards, forward. Bass bites. So, as we're wrapping up, I will say I was thinking about evil races. And everyone's like, evil races are racist. Bioessentialist racism. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I was thinking about a reason why people like inherently evil races. Because when people have gotten rid of inherently evil races, because racism is sketchy, they replace the inherently evil races with the undead or robots, right? So the thing is, they have replaced the bioessentialist super sketchiness with something else that functions the same way. And Crohn's like easy targets, but I also think on one level, people maybe perhaps understand that just recklessly and wantonly murdering things maybe does not make you a good guy. So the only way that it's okay to wantonly and recklessly and without having to think about it murder things is if they are inherently evil, right? Like, it's okay to murder zombies and not think about it because they're zombies. It's okay to murder robots and not think about it because they're robots. It's okay, old model, to murder orcs because they're evil, they're orcs. And I think that there's a group of people who want to be able to murder lots of things while feeling like good guys and not thinking about it, right? And so if you can't do like bioessentialist racism, then you're like, okay, then let's do robots and zombies. Or various demons because they are just pure evil. Like, I think people want to play a game that is black and white, right? I think they want to play a game that's black and white. And in order to do that, but they also want to kill lots of things, right? I think that's the tricky part. They do want to go and do a bunch of murder. But the problem is, if they do the murder, then they're not white hats. Ooh, we're very close with firewood, everybody. We're very close with firewood. We did it. We did the firewood. We are good with firewood. Now, all we have to do is get enough food up. And we are going to be golden. And I am feeling mighty fine about this. There's a bunch of this bass that I feel like we should probably just... it's pretty dark. It's late, right? Yeah, I think what we do is sleep. I think we go to sleep, wake up, pick up our stuff, you know, do the things we need to do, and I feel like this is going to be like the perfect stopping point in some ways, right? Like, I think this is going to be really, really good, and I'm very proud of us for being... Like, we only have food left, and if once we get food done, we are good with the thing. Yeah, I'm very excited about this, actually, and... Let's see. Is it even murder if it's zombies? I mean, they're already dead. Ow. Is this Amber we're talking about? Replacement with robots is really common. Stars, absolutely, Voltail. That's very common to just replace people with robots. Like, intelligent undead can get you into perilous places, but mindless walking corpses, I think you've got pretty firm ground on. Movies, TV, video games, comics all do the same thing. More around yes, to get around the rating system. Like, it's okay if you just murder lots and lots of things that are... if we can say that they're not sentient or they don't have volition, then we are able to get around it in some kinds of ways. But, y'all. Oh, hey, cured rabbit pelt. Nice. Cured rabbit pelt. Wait, do we have another cured thing? Cured. I just want my guts to be done. You know what I mean? Like, I just want all of my guts to be finished. So let's go back in and drop them. Let's see what we can do, because I would really love to be able to that's cured, fresh, drop, fresh. Don't I have any guts? We're gonna leave these here. And we're going to put the other stuff in this room, even though we can't sleep there. Because this way, at least we will know that it's done and we'll have them be in separate spaces. I just feel like this will make it more obvious that our stuff is done. I would, however, really like to be able to fix our hat. But we need guts. Like, come on. Gut. I'm just frustrated by that. That's all right. But we have to end the stream now. We're going to end the stream. I am going to put myself in front of the stove so that I can remember that that is what we're doing when we start. We're gonna hang out with the stove. And look, it's basically 2 hours, so I feel like we got goodness going on. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. What do we got? Um, and I have to quit out this game while we're chatting with each other. Quit, quit. Okay, good. Um, one of my favorite storylines is playing the balanced party. If the good evil scale tips either way too far, it becomes very bad. So the party's forced to murder hobos, who murder hobo both sides equally. Yeah. So I put all those fresh back down there. Like I thought we did a lot. Um, you should go back and take the fresh wolf hide back to the fire. Oh really? Oh no, did I do that? Oh, bummer. All right, I will. If I dropped a fresh one, I will pick it up and put it over there. Um, thank you, Krellin. So yeah, I think that one of the and here's the thing: what it is that this is not a problem. You do not need to have inherently evil things to murder if you do not need to insist that you're always a white hat good guy. Right? That's the thing. That's the thing that I think is the trick. I have played many of an RPG where the people we were fighting were not inherently essentially evil or only mindless, but I did not pretend like I was a pure white hat who didn't have to deal with stuff, right? Like I would play a character who's like, even in Kolos, even killing Nazis does have an impact on your psyche, right? Or has an impact in the world you're at. And if I was playing a person that was like chaotic neutral or whatever, like I didn't need to pretend that I was so pure of heart that and then also want to kill things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I've played people who were like super, super goody pure, and then they were pacifists and didn't kill things, right? Um, or I play people who were really good and pure and had to kill things and had feelings about it. But what I see is that there are people who want to imagine themselves as very, very good, and they want to wholesale slaughter villages. But they know that good people don't slaughter villages because they think that slaughtering villages is fun, but they want to still be good guys. So they have to make sure that the villages they're slaughtering are full of orcs or zombies or et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's the problem. Is bioessentials racism a problem? Sure, sure, sure. But also I think one of the deeper problems is that there are people who want to behave like conquering murderers but want to feel like they're good guys. And so that in order for them to feel like good guys and not have to ask too many hard questions about what they're doing, they need to make sure whoever they're fighting is a completely inherent bad guy. And I think those people should just go play their racist white hat games by themselves and leave the rest of us alone. The thing is, I think they don't imagine that they're like that, you know? So if you're good with a penchant for slaughtering villages, you're playing Ghostbusters, maybe. And here's what's really interesting. Buffy the Vampire Slayer got into this problem, right? So when Buffy the Vampire Slayer started, vampires did not have souls, so it was okay to kill them without thinking about it, right? Like in the very beginning of Buffy, you kill the vampire, it dusts, there's no body left, they have no souls, it's totally fine to kill them without thinking. But then we get Angel, right? And then we get Spike, who doesn't have a soul but is able to maybe not be evil. And then you have a couple of demons maybe who are actually not inherently evil, and that becomes a bit of a problem for the show, where you have Buffy killing vampires without even talking to them, like stab first, ask questions later. And it then, I think, made the show going back to Star Wars, but actually Flash Gordon. There are a bunch of like 1930s things where the heroes just commit wanton violence on people, but it's okay because the people are natives or different and it's fine. And it's a very like it's like a very Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, a very like high pulp. Good guys punch bad guys. You don't have to think about it very much, and it's actually okay. Like if you kick the bad guy into the thresher, James Bond does this too, right? There's a lot of like kind of cruel treatment of villains, and like I mean like I remember in Goldfinger, right, when James Bond kicks Oddjob, I think, into electricity, and we see Oddjob being electrocuted, And James Bond goes, "How shocking!" And we're supposed to think that's just cool. And it's so, and we can only think it's cool when we think that Oddjob is inherently evil and cannot be redeemed, and so there's no point even trying. And there's a particular style of adventure story wherein the heroes just do a lot of really kind of harsh stuff, but nobody thinks about it morally, or I mean, if they do, they think it's great, and they don't think about what does it mean to like watch somebody be electrocuted and then go quippy one liner. Like that's never, you're never questioning what kind of person does that. What kind of person does that? That's never a thing you should ask or question. And if I ask you that question, you get mad at me because you're like, I just want to play my game and have fun, right? So there's a group of people for whom playing the game and having fun is imagine yourself as a hero and watching somebody be electrocuted and making a one liner about it and never being asked like to reflect on that. And in order for that style of play to work, you need to have villains that you can murder and not feel bad about. Right? And that's, I think, why you get inherently racist, inherently evil orcs or lots of zombies, etc., because there are some people who want to just kill things and not feel bad about it, but also feel like they're good guys. Yeah. The Buffy example is very good there. Yeah, right? Tarzan, oh, absolutely unstable use. John Carter, yeah. Trooper, I'm going to say stuff on Discord so you don't get distracted and keep. You know, you're right. Yeah, so I just, and the thing is, I just note, and I say this, as a GM. Like, I have GM'd evil campaigns and good campaigns, and one of the things I thought was really, what I noticed is that oftentimes those campaigns weren't that different in terms of what they actually did. They ended up killing lots and lots of people, entities. But the difference was that in the evil campaigns, they're like, "Ah, oh, we're evil. Mwahaha. I am Driss Durden, but I'm a chaotic evil fighter, ranger, mage, magic user, fighter. I'm a drow elf dude who's chaotic evil. I'm a fighter, magic user, ranger, and I'm the best, and I'm gonna kill all the things." And they would just run around and kill all the things. And then that the lawful good ones did the exact same stuff. They just didn't call themselves evil. They were just like, I'm very, very good, and I'm cleansing the land of all of the evil. But the campaigns were mostly the same, actually. And I did not really enjoy GMing that, to be honest, and so I stopped. But because there was really no depth. It was just murder hoboing, right? It was murder hoboing without thought. And you weren't supposed to make them think about it. Like those orcs that they killed or kobolds were not supposed to have kids or families or personalities. That would be breaking the social contract. Do you know what I mean? And so I just noticed they were very, very similar campaigns. And I also noticed that if I made those things they were killing in any way nuanced, they did not appreciate that because that's not what they wanted. They didn't want to have to think about the things they were killing. They just wanted to kill the things and like feel good about it. And if that's what you want, then you need to have entities that you can kill without feeling good about. And that makes me uncomfortable, right? And that's, it's like for me, the bioessentialist racism is only half the piece because getting rid of the bioessentialist racism doesn't really solve the problem if you just run around then and then kill other things, right? For me, it's about wanting to revel in lots of murder and destruction while still feeling like you're a good guy. Because I kind of feel like you should maybe think about that. Like, maybe it's not so great to really revel in murdering lots of things, regardless of what they are. Do you know what I mean? That's all. But that's a downer, right? But it's time. I gotta go. I'm going. I'm leaving. So I'm leaving, and I want to say thank you for being here. You can find me tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Kolos, City of Light and Shadow on this channel for a duo episode. And I'm very excited to see what Lindy and KP are going to be getting up to. Uh, I'm sure it'll involve crime. And then on Saturday, I will not be doing the Outer Worlds because I have to go and channel chair a panel for a conference, an academic conference. But at 4 p.m., I will be GMing Desperation, the Isabel, which is a brand new game which is not even out yet by Bully Pulpit Games by Jason Morningstar, who did Night Witches. And I've got a great cast, an amazing cast. And so I just hope you can come and watch that. I've got the Strix, Mythomatic, Draconic, and also Brandy Rose. And the week after, I've also got a really good cast, but I'll tell you that on Saturday. So thank you for being here, and I'm really excited to find out what you all think about this topic. right? Of like basically flipping it from the things you're killing to the person who's killing. Like, what are you doing? And let's think about it. So anyway, that's it. We're going to go. And thank you very much. And I'm going to do some work, do some overlay stuff, and I've got a lot of email from work email. I'm going to do that. And practice the bones. All right. Bye, everybody.